My audience. I call this an amazing woman I call Mom. I have chosen to pay tribute to my mother. I feel after 24 years of being her daughter and knowing her stories of all of her accomplishments in life, I am capable of writing and sharing out loud her amazing attributes. My mother's name is Sherry Heath. She is currently 63 and living here in Topeka, Kansas, where I live. My mother was originally born in Garden City, Kansas, all in the year of 1952. A year later, in 1953, she and my grandparents moved from Garden City, Kansas to Topeka, Kansas, where she now calls home. My mother is the eldest of 3 girls. She has always been a great big sister to her 2 younger sisters, and I would say that they look up to her as a role model. My mother graduated from high school at Shawnee Heights High School in 1970 after marrying my brother and my sister's father. That same year, she gave birth to my brother, all in her senior year. My mother is truly a driven individual who has always been an inspiration to both myself and my siblings. Later in 1978, she gave birth to my big sister after she graduated from business school. In 1988, my mother met my father. Sadly, my brother and sister's father had passed away in early 1981. I was born myself in 1991. My father and mother later separated, leaving my mother to raise me mostly on her own, just like she had my big brother and sister. My mother always worked 2 jobs and gave us all that we wanted in life, and I'd say she did a fantastic job. My mother has 3 granddaughters and 2 grandsons, which she has loved and spoiled dearly. My mother has always been devoted to both her children and her grandchildren. I'd say that these are the things she appreciates and loves most in her life. My mother is the backbone of many of my family members, our family would say. She gives amazing advice and also amazing hugs. My mother always knows what to do to say to make somebody smile. My mother has worked only 1 job for 7 years now. However, this specific job she has worked for almost 19 years. My mother is a payroll accountant and bookkeeper and has never been late for a single deadline in all of her years of working with this company. I've heard many of her coworkers say how much she adds to the company and how hard she works. She is truly appreciated everywhere. My mother has actively supported the Topeka, Kansas community in charities such as March of Dimes and Relay for Life. From cooking nearly 500 homemade enchiladas with our kitchen filled with that good smell, to making homemade candles for profits she has donated to charities, she has always given and done so selflessly. My mother is one of a kind and has touched so many people's lives. I feel it is important to share her story. I wouldn't be the person I am without my mother. With her drive, independence, and strength, I hope my mother's legacy is remembered by all, as I know we will always remember my mother. Thank you for your time, and also, thank you, Mom. This is for you.